Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Danzig here, and welcome back to our Kalmar Union campaign. You join me with Prince Christopher finally getting married. Hopefully we'll get some more children down the line then. It's taken a while. I think he's got a few adopted mates, hasn't he? Yeah, so he's got himself a new bride, and that will be good going forward. And of course last time we took the island of Visby, which sets us up on the way towards the Hanseatic League. So that's certainly a good place to be in. Although I do want to start getting my spy moving yonder, over in this direction, because yeah, in order to get the Hanseatic League, we're going to need 3 of the 5 key cities, Visby being one of them, and actually the historical centre of the Hanseatic League. Basically a group of guilds around this kind of area of the world here, who decided to try and make a bit of a, kind of work together as a merchants league. So we want to start thinking about the other cities. So Novgorod we're going to kind of ignore, but Riga is a good option. There's also Danzig, which I've mentioned before. Hamburg we'll get in time, but we'll see about that one as it goes. So yes, as things are right now, pretty good. We will probably continue to just build our infrastructure for a short amount of time whilst we claim our homelands over here. We've got our semi-axemen, dismounted Huskarls, over to join our old Norwegian king who we've seconded into us, and Prince Christopher can move southward back to Gothenburg. And I want this chap to move over to Kalmar, don't I? To do with getting a watchtower over here. Would suit me very nicely. I might go and plonk this spy over here. He can go have a wander around. Is that no army coming back, so all is looking good. End of 10 report. We are terrible as ever, and the Mongols, of course. We had a diplomat somewhere. He's not going to make it. Well, maybe we'll bumble into someone. Ooh, there's one. So,
what is it you would
trade rights.
We shall comply. Another proposal.
They're rude, aren't they?
Very well. If it will please you. We do not seem to agree on a match.
Well, be gone. Well, that's about all we're going to do with those chaps, I think. So we'll just stand there on the bridge for now. We might have another chat with them. Maybe steal some stuff off them in time. Of course, we're doing what we said we do to the Poles, which is attack the rebels. So that's a good bit of diplomacy, of course. And otherwise, yeah, we can just start to pump some more money into all of our various building projects. In general, though, I've certainly seen our economy start to boom, and it's not just because of the diplomacy with the Teutonic Order. We're doing pretty well on that front. Set this boat over here. Just make sure we have one in this area and one over in this area. But I think in general it's probably time to end our turn for now. Not too much going on at this particular turn. But yeah, having lots of fun going on between the Poles and those chaps. Lucid visions, and nothing yet about the Hanseatic League, but I'm expecting that to come up before too long. I might start getting some markets and things like that. So what we've got, oh yes, Hornby, of course. This chap over here, who married Ingrid, of course. He is getting a little bit more chivalry, so I like him. I like him very much. He's going to occupy that place. Certainly one way we can try and work that to our favour. Yes, let's get a market over there. Gothenburg has a brothel, but it can now be upgraded as well. And in Kalmar we've got a small church. Probably time to get in. I want to get assassins available, even if I don't plan on using them right now. So if you get into Kalmar, this boat will come back for you in a few moments. You come over here and we'll go and dump something over there. That'll be good. Now, I don't actually want to send him in the town. I just want to get wandering. Yeah, Riga, of course, is one of our targets. It's looking a bit hefty right now. But as long as no one else has got the majority of cities, we should be okay in terms of waiting on the Hanseatic League. We just make sure our towns are all kind of up to something. It'd be grand. Over in Hasselholm, yeah, we're getting there. A few more semi-axemen are starting to come through the ranks. So need to start thinking about building up a force to go and take on probably Danzig, I imagine. So we get ourselves another spy over here, and we'll start thinking about that. Uppsala likewise can get ourselves a merchant. In fact, I can probably do that over there too. Marvellous, marvellous stuff. So yeah, it looks like we're building across the empire. Lots and lots of infrastructure projects going in. And where's our friend over here?
Can I help, my lord?
Yeah, he's a bit stuck, isn't he? Maybe we can start heading you... Maybe over here would be good, right between the poles and the Teutonic Order. Although I could probably do with another diplomat. Let's go have a Norse war cleric for now. And yeah, let's get ourselves a diplomat somewhere where we can actually get one that's priests. Looks like Kalmar's going to have to do it all. Yeah, we'll do that, and we'll send them over here just so we can bribe the Imperials whenever we need to. More betrothals coming through, so accept that one. Hanseatic League grows. Here we are. This is the mission we're looking for. Yes, so the traders in the Merchant Guild of Riga, Visby, Novgorod, Danzig of Hamburg have formed an alliance known as the Hanseatic League. It would be good. We do well to be sure to bring these key trading cities under our control quickly. Right. Obviously, whoever has the sort of dominance of those cities will be able to get their headquarters. I think it costs like 4,000 money, something like that. Anyway, was that just a mission to blockade the ports? Yes, it is. It is. That's at least 2 turns. Well, we better get on that now because we'll take it in 3. So that's a simple enough little job. Some of the best units currently available, which should be the semi-axemen, but may or may not be the case. Which is this one over here. He's not the best chap over here. Drill Master isn't particularly great, but if he's not in battle, I don't mind too much. And of course this boat over here. He's just going to go and pick up this chap and plonk him off on the island here. Lovely stuff. So, getting back on the land, back into Kalmar. That is marvellous. And we are doing well over there. So, got that mission sorted out. In terms of construction report, we've got ourselves... Oh yes, of course, we've got the Merchant's Wharf, which should be making a good amount of money at this point. Yeah, so this is a fairly nice trading settlement over here, isn't it? Should we get ourselves anything else like a shipwright? You know what, just a fairground would be good. Let's keep on working on that economy. Now, obviously it talks about the guild there. It says it as if there is actually already in Visby a merchant's guild. It just kind of means more historically speaking. It's there'd be a merchant's guild. So the merchant guilds all allied together, but there is still able to have different guilds. So there's a thieves guild already in this town apparently. Now I guess I could demolish that if I wanted to, but actually that's an interesting point. We could make use of that, couldn't we? Get the communal farming down here first. Actually, having just said that, we should probably get the brothel. Because if we do the Thieves Guild, a spy would be quite useful. And it's in a good position just to start moving off anyway, isn't it? So that certainly works for us. What else was I trying to do? There we go. The Poles over here, the Mongolians having plenty of bouts. Thorn. Let's go over to Danzig. I want to have a little spy on that. In the meantime, merchants can just find something to trade. Ideally, a unique resource of some sort. There's a lot of honey and amber around this part of the world. Although the tar is quite useful too. Those fish aren't too bad. We'll just go there. And of course I want to get this spy onto this. Right, the merchant's supposed to be there. Thank you very much, sir. So we'll go have a spy in Danzig. Of course, Hamburg, whilst it is in our plans longer term, we are not going to be invading the Imperials anytime soon. Our relations are probably pretty good, I imagine. Yeah, very good with them right now. And they are very reliable. So we're very reliable too. So that is magnificent. Recruitment reports. Yeah, just a few simple things. Of course, there was a second merchant up here, wasn't there? Magnifico. 68 for the honey. Well, I think we'll be going for that. She is not doing well up, good old Agnes. She's just wandered off to the depths of the north. 31, 1 charm. Unfortunately, that's not looking good for the Imperials now, is it? Glad she hasn't snubbed for any of ours. We'd be pretty unlucky if she did at this point. Riga, 38%. Oh, wow. Let's go spy on that bishop. Interesting. I just did that to try hopefully get him some training, but no, it was too easy of a job. Looks like they've got plenty of troops around Riga for now. We will look to pounce on that in time. That might just be a project for more the mid-term than the immediate future here. Right, well, we're 3 turns or so away from going in Akashus over there. But otherwise, I think it's just time to make sure we've got buildings coming in that we need to get and ending our turn. Agnes still doing nothing of any help. Novgorod. Oh, they are abroad with Novgorod. I hadn't realised that. Well, that's interesting. Could I ally with Novgorod as well? I probably should get a diplomat over there. Probably should. Ah, good, good, good. Betrothals all around for Fastny Raffenson. Marvellous. Vladimir. Deadly new weapon. Ah, yes, gunpowder.
Change the course of warfare.
Marvellous, marvellous. I'm not sure how many gunpowder units, if any, we get, to be honest. I meant to have a look at that, chap, but we'll get back to that. So we'll start getting our ports and our markets out. Hasselholm over here can... You know what? I wouldn't mind getting the archer ranges up, because some proper Norse archers would certainly be a good plan, I think. We'll get those two buildings set up in good time. And Skara, you had yourself a chapel. Get yourself crop rotation, because I don't want to build too much of the castle infrastructure. We're going to change that round pretty soon. Although, having problems with the menu now, I have to reload, I think. Yeah, we'll probably get some semi-axemen there before we change it back. Mission success for us. 3 Norse war clerics. Oh, I'll take that. That's quite fun. We'll get you down to Hasselholm. Ready for our good old assault. Now we're going to get a few units ready for this war. Couple semi-axemen. Some Huskars, of course. Yes, so that was for blockading the port. 1 turn till they surrender. Luckily they haven't charged out to attack us, because these were very experienced units, but it looks like we've managed to just use time on our side to deal with that annoying little problem. So, oh, he's got even more honourable in rule. Wow, this guy, Ingrid has done well for herself here. He's a very, very noble man. And what else we're looking at? End of turn report, construction report, just a few basic things going around here or there. Visby's got its brothel sorted out. We'll get a town hall just to try and keep everything tip-top over there. And we've got ourselves an extra diplomat. This one's going to go over to the Imperials, whereas this one, once we've got the free man, is going to head this diplomat over to Novgorod. I want to chat with them. To be fair, I'm a bit worried about Novgorod's power over here. Looks like they're already dominating quite heftily over the Imperials. Now, Riga's looking strong enough, but maybe I can use these guys in time. Hopefully they'll batter each other up just endlessly and, you know, make it easy for me to sneak in. But maybe I'll have to join them in a war over there. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. So, Marienburg is there. Danzig over here. Let's not go straight in. It looks like you need a bit of training, Mr. Spy. Might be a bit much for you, but just a basic wooden wall. It's not looking too brilliant, actually, is it? It's not looking too strong. Not particularly interested in any diplomatic discussions right now. He's not particularly good, that chap, but he exists, and that is something, I suppose. The Norse war cleric standing on the waterfront don't look at all suspicious. We'll ignore that point. Now, who's going to go and lead this little escapade? I could probably do with a couple of them going down there. So we have Prince Christopher. Might not be a bad shout, actually. You head south. And yeah, we've got the old Hornby over there. He's gonna die soon anyway, but actually, yeah, you're probably gonna then run that fortress, aren't you? Ooh, you know what? I think if we're gonna take sounds over here, we're going to need people to run them and keep them strong and growing. So maybe you're a good shout for it. Like this chap over here, King Eric, of course. He can stay up over there for now. That works for me. He doesn't need to do too much more. And otherwise we have Valdir of Hassund. Actually, he's the one who isn't particularly remarkable apart from being good in battle. So I tell you what. Well, he has some at least decent traits to start with in battle. So I'm going to send him down there. And maybe, yeah, you, sir, can just stay there growing the chivalry in the meantime. That's probably a good plan. Keep growing the town with your chivalry, and we'll send you south once you get the town a little bit bigger. That'd be grand. So, things looking good there. We'll get our force together at Hasselholm. and we'll head south towards Danzig. Not sure, maybe we can get some of our troops actually from Akasha straight down south. And Skara, get yourself some axemen and some scouts. That can be your last job before we change you around back into a town. Well, they've just let us walk straight into Akashis, so we're going to occupy that. Works for me. And yeah, the old King of Norway's got his home back. Oh, dismounted feudal knights. Well, I think that's certainly going to be something we can do. We'll add the 2 feudal knights in because we are a bit short on cav. So we'll take what we've got there and we'll send them south pretty much immediately, actually. Gothenburg, I wouldn't mind. Oh, a bit short on money. I just spent it all, of course.
Can I help, my lord?
Okay. This is good. That's less good. No. That's not part of the plan. That's not part of the... Right, we need to get there ASAP. ASAP. Right, this force, I'm not so worried about this. Just ignore that for now. Hasselholm, get a couple boats. Get everyone on the shore. That's fine. We'll just send some war clerics to hold that for now. Right, we need to head down there before the Imperials ruin everything. There's a Polish village there. Go take that first, you fools. There's literally... Oh my... There's like... they've got the Stutin over there, so... Even so, I don't think this should be happening right now. I'm not sure they'd win if they attacked, though. That's the only thing. We'll get ourselves there as quickly as possible. Yeah, we'll do the best we can with it, but we'll have to see if we can catch up with them. Hopefully they've just got to siege it out, because it doesn't look like they have a strong enough force to do it by themselves. This boat can reconvene over here. Actually get some of the way now. Lots of huge wars taking place between the Teutonic Order and Novgorod. Does seem like that war's going to go on for a little while. And as you can see at Danzig, the Imperials have been repelled. So on that note, I'm just going to drop us back over here. Send that boat in that direction. We'll just bide our time a little bit more. Glad I've got my spy there. We can at least see what's going on. Now we can block up that bridge. If I could land here, attack from the bridge, that would probably suit me best. Just make sure that we have as little problem as possible when it comes to dealing with any potential reinforcements. At least we're defending the bridge on that particular occasion. Tax farmer for our lad over here on Visby. That's fine by me. Just continue with the farms, I would suggest. We've got... good. Ingrid has got herself a new child by the looks of it. That's good to see. So where's old Ingrid? There we are. Another daughter. Come on, get a son, you lot. He's too chivalrous to not be getting any good sons out of. Now, on the very good side, these guys have started getting married as well. So a good old Prince Christopher and his mates have settled down now. In fact, they've got themselves a son. And he's got himself a son and a daughter. Okay, we are getting a lot of daughters out here. A lot more than the sons, but at least we're adopting a few decent young chaps, which makes all the difference. Now, we've got time to reorganise these forces. But that should at least give me a little bit of a warning. Ooh, some Huskars. Ooh, right, I don't actually need dismounted feudal knights, albeit they're fun. We'll get some Huskars. Actually, I say that. We'll ignore the Huskars for now. We'll just get the feudal knights. And you know what? They can gallop along the land. We're going to build a road that will actually be pretty quick, I imagine. Yeah, it will be once we've done that. So, just get your men on the boats. We'll leave the general behind. Now, I don't mind leaving a couple units back here. Dismounted Huskars. You know what? We will leave those men there. The rest, I would like them to get on Admiral John's boat. Don't really have enough ships to risk him all the way down, but we'll do. Oh, I wasn't supposed to take wasn't supposed to take him. Supposed to leave him there. That's fine. Oh, Norse archers here as well. Yeah, well, we're grabbing those. You swing back over there, or at least we're on the road. we can get down south and get a force ready to go and invade Danzig and get there before our allies do. Ah, a gift from the council for our magnificent work. Thank you, my great nobles, my noble nobles. It could perhaps be said. I feel like Admiral John isn't quite all the way up there. I don't know. Anyway, we'll get these units on. They can start heading on this way too. So come and join us down by the beach in a few weeks' time. And yeah, they obviously didn't get really where I wanted them to. We've got some feeble nice Norse archers. It'd be good to get those in our roster. On which note, yeah, practice range. And the thing about those Norse archers is that they're not that early. They're not that far down the down the tech tree. You can get proper good Norse archers fairly early on, pretty solid in battle. So we will get on those. They're not really an archery kind of people. They're very much on the heavy, on the infantry. But no, I will happily get those in my army sooner rather than later. Skara, it's time for you to convert to a town. You're on 593, which is quite ridiculous, it must be said. I think it might be, yeah, time for you to move down there in a couple turns, sir. Ingrid can have a new house slightly further south. Be lovely, lovely stuff. Right. Unfortunately, because they've surrendered, we're a bit short on the old battlefront right now. Ooh, Lithuanians have turned up down here.
Sire.
That's an interesting one. Let's try and pick someone who we might succeed against. 62, it will have to do. Ooh, interesting. Oh, they've got Livonian auxiliaries. They look horrendous. I have not played as Teutonic Order in a long, long time. What some of their units are like. Very, very powerful crossbowmen, but they look a little bit isolated by themselves in the army, don't they? Yeah, it must be said the Danish army is looking, as much as I like it, it is looking a little bit more archaic compared to some of these imperial forces. Ah, yes, the Halbruder, marvelous stuff. The half brothers, yeah, shining and glistening in their armour. Yeah, I think they're a bit heavier than us, but I think we'll be fine. I think our semi-axemen are going to do a good job, nice and early on in the game. So if we get ourselves organised properly here, see a few more men to come, a few dismounted Hoskulls, start us off as a kind of base, some semi-axemen to really, yeah, fill it up. So some cav, and we really need those archers because I don't have any at all. But we'll just settle for one unit for now. Maybe we'll send these guys just to bolster the numbers vaguely because we don't have any other options on that front. Well. Cecile has come of age, and while she starts with a yappy little duck, which is -1 on charm, she's intelligent, attractive, humble, and of charming counsel. So we got a really good draw with her. But we need to find things for her to do, and I actually just sent her out to the middle of nowhere. I just accidentally was clicking, it turned out, so I'll go grab her onto the boat next turn, and yeah, we'll continue to send some of our diplomats over in this direction. This is Novgorod as well. Oof, okay, losing more and more of my potential towns here. Teutonic Order, if you'd like to do some good work, that would be marvellous. Oh, Visby's ready to grow, can't actually afford it. So need to make sure we save up a little bit of money over there. Although on this front over here, we're pretty much ready to get in the boat. I think it's actually going to be one more turn till we get there. But it's exciting to have a young princess to make good use of. Maybe we can tie her up to some imperial chap. But maybe there'll be a Lithuanian somewhere that we can try and solidify that alliance with. I don't know. We'll have to see about that. The men are on their way now, and with that, some interesting diplomacy going on. Novgorod and Lithuania broken their alliance, but Novgorod are now allied with the Holy Roman Empire, which is interesting because I've just got a mission to go and have a chat with Novgorod. So that's exactly what we'll be doing. We can have bit of trade rights, that will do as well. Okay, that's not exactly very positive. No, it doesn't look like they want to be allies with me. Let's maybe get some map information. Okay. Hey, I'll tell you what, we'll just give them a tiny bit of money. We'll just give them 500 just as a little gift to hopefully turn them to our side in time. That's a success. That's the 500 florins back from the council anyway. So that is lovely. Over there we've got ourselves a bit of building complete. Visby's though our priority. Want to get that stone wall sorted. Skara is now a town, and as such we want to try and get that growing. So we'll just get the public growth bonus. Actually we'll probably we'll get the grain exchange first. Then we'll move on to the town hall over there. Marvellous. New family member, more and more coming in. The family is growing day by day. And we'll have a quick chat with them. Very good relationship. 17,001 monies for them. We'll give them 200 as a random gift. Hopefully that will help out in the long term. So, I haven't really looked at my particular victory condition. 35 regions are needed. At the moment it's 9. We need Akashis, we've got that. Uppsala, we've got that. Gothenburg, Kalmar, Rockslide, which is this one over here, Visby, and Narva. Narva's one of these ones, is it? That's Revel, that one's Narva then. Next one along, yeah. So, I mean, they do actually start with that one, and most of the others are to do with the Kalmar Union. So, part of the reason actually the Kalmar Union, I believe, was an idea or a concept that was used was particularly to combat the Hanseatic League, which they felt was getting too powerful. The idea was to try and unify some of the Scandinavian nations together as a way of trying to combat that growing power. But we're just going to become the Hanseatic Kalmar Union. It's going to be incredible. But to do that, we're going to need this to land. Well, we'll declare. Aha! That's interesting. Danzig looks like it's quite fully stocked at this point. Now I could land over there.
Set sail.
We're just going to swing into there. I'd like to get my boat onto this bit and then attack them from the bridge. At least now, if the Imperials appear, we'll be able to do something about them. Oh yes, of course, the princess, Oh, she could have done that job with Novgorod. That's a shame. That's a shame. Let's maybe go and see if there's anyone from Lithuania we can go and have a chat to. So I think that would be a good way of doing it. Let's go and drop her off in this direction. She can have a nice bit of time over there. Yappy dog. She's 17 now, but she hasn't picked up a lover just yet, which is a good thing because I really don't want that to be happening. Ingrid picked one up way too early, unfortunately. Heretics being killed. And yeah, a lot of going on over here, but the battle seemed to have died down, he says, as a big battle takes place. Actually, that was a little skirmish, really, wasn't it? Novgorod, a bit worrying. They don't want to be friends either, which is interesting. I'm not sure how much Poland still have at this point, because they're being squeezed by the Imperials and Lithuania and the Mongols, so we might not get too much resistance at Danzig. I don't know. It looks like they have a fair few troops in there, though. In the meantime, as all these boats sail across the water, we need to get our army on land. And with that, we will declare war on Poland and show... Probably don't need too many towers. And show allegiance with our allies. Marvellous. Danzig is on... They've actually taken their army out of there. Don't know where they've gone. They've taken their army out. So we've worsened our relation with the Teutonic Order and Poland. But that's looking good. Now, if the Imperials want to come fight with me, works for me. That could work for me a lot. Now, Imperial Navy, not doing anything right now. It's fine by me. What I would like is to try and restock some of these 7 cities, because at the moment, everyone's up north. We sent Akashis, but we might get King Eric to move down to Kalmar. It is his capital after all. I feel like he should be there, albeit that has changed the tax rate over there. We'll get a town hall to keep them appeased. And I did need a boat over here to take a good chap across. We'll get a spy as well, since we have our guild over there. Here we're going to take one of these. I don't think there's anything particular of note with either of them where I should pick one over the other. This guy's got an interesting mix of kind of everything, hasn't he? Very bizarre. You know what? We could do with a little bit more growth. So it'll be you who leaves next turn, I think. And yeah, just probably a bit of a time for investment. Skara is building one or two things. But otherwise, we just need to kind of get some basic infrastructure out in one or two of these towns, especially over here. I think those roads will make a big difference. And over in Tingala, it'll be the brothel. And on Visby, we are just finishing the main wall upgrades, of course. That is magnificent stuff. Yeah, so we're getting... Oh, we could get ballistas. We did just discuss, actually, what we can do in terms of the castle and cannons. Not really sure if we get anything particularly interesting. I don't think they're particularly much of a particular note, to be fair, when you're playing as Denmark. Advanced plate, full plate, partial plate, etc, etc, etc. No, I don't think so. But of course we do, the Swordsmith Guild get Gotland Footmen available, so it'd be really helpful to get that. So I should probably start getting some leather tanners out, actually, just to start ticking that box. And to be fair, it is very much a useful thing to start getting around the Empire anyway. So we'll get the leather tanner in several towns. Hopefully then we'll start to get ourselves the option to get some Gotland Footmen around. They are pretty darn strong units. Would be nice to have them in our squad. Master Thieves Guild in Visby sounds like an interesting idea, so we'll go for that. Just as I get myself an agent from there, but that might have actually triggered it for all I know. So we'll grab our two lads onto the boats, and they can head over there. Actually, I might send... No, I'm going to send Kingy over there. In fact, you can head over to... Let's get Hasselheim built up, because it's a little bit on the low side right now. Bit of chivalry will do it some good. But it sounds like pretty much we're at the point where...
Much happier ashore, my lord.
Indeed. At the point where we want to just head into Danzig over here. It doesn't look like there's any reinforcements coming to save them immediately. So we'll send in our army. Now we've got Sambor General, very good general, it must be said. He's looking alright, isn't he? Unfortunately, he's going to go down because there's not a lot he can do against all of these chaps. He's marks in war, noble in rule, but yeah, he's got no chance against all of our men. What have they got to defend it? 29 peasant archers, 7 Polish nobles. It's probably a halberd militia. Do love some halberds in the streets. They can cause some chaos, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. We have way too much, even if they are inexperienced. Let's head in. These are our lovely Sami Axemen then, looking resplendent in their armour. Looks like they've got a fair few men towards the wall. Should probably start heading before all of this burns down. Where can you actually hit? None of that apparently. Well, that's not very helpful to us at all, is it? Yes, so if we can actually find a place where the game is happy for me to put the ladders, that would be perfect. We'll start getting everything moving on forward. Of course, we can run those ladders. But yeah, we'll see how many of them get there. They haven't got a huge amount, but we're going to do the fight on the wall. We're going to largely leave it down to the dismounted Huskels. Leave some of the strong lads in the reserve. So don't want them to lose their lives to silly little peppering fire at the start. Of course, behind we've got the Norse War Clerics, which are looking lovely. Some feudal knights, haven't got to use those yet. And a few scouts, not really necessary for this particular battle, but might be a bit of mopping up to do. We'll see about that. Speed this up, get ourselves over to the walls. And I don't think they're going to put up an awful lot of a fight here, because peasant archers, only 29 of them. 75 spear militia could be a problem, but looks like we're going to be able to take the wall without too many issues yet. The rams got to the wall. So, over here, we've got ourselves some fighting against town militia. We might well not win that immediately. They're ready with their halberds up there. Oh, good. That's a waste of halberd. That works for me. And over here, they're getting ready to take us on. There we are. Ram has taken the gates. And brave deeds, indubitably, sir. So, those Huskels, not many of them left. See if we can take out those nobles. 30 of them against 7 should be just about okay. To be honest, we can just let the Huskars do most of the chunking here,
The enemy's walls.
because it's just going to be a chunking affair. See how long they last. Let's see if we can get in here. A few Germans coming in from the Polish lads. These are, oh, I do love the Polish nobles. They're lovely units. On my Rebel campaign of Medieval 2, I think I had some of these like 8 or 9 experience early on. They just, oh, they were a huge boon to my army. I think later in the game I managed to retrain them up, so I had them at full experience. It was a lovely thing. But yes, they're not so elite now, because of course this game is started about 300 odd years into in 300 years further on than the original game anyway, so they're not quite as effective as they once were. Things are a bit more heavily armoured now. So they're just about chunking their way through there. Dismantle Huskars over here on 51. They've completed their job, so they can swing over there, take care of them. And over this side, Hellbreds they've actually gone all the way over there. Unfortunately, with such terrible towers, they're not going to do too much damage to us. I said the Hellbreds might be kind of wasted here, but it looks like they've actually got the reach. So maybe they'll do a better job than we thought. Yeah, it looks like the Hellbreds are absolutely demolishing us. No! Come on, Steve. Yes, see, Steve knows how to do it. There we are, he's killed 2 already. Come on, Steve, you're at number 3 now. Number 3 is dead. What's happening? They're running away. Steve has broken them all by himself. Magnificent work. It's probably the reinforcements. It was the reinforcements, wasn't it? Yes, it was. So, with them broken, I think we've got the walls. The Polish nobles have been taken out by our friends over here. Only half. Do they have anything left? I mean, these are all running away pretty much. Yeah, the Huskars, of course, are going to take a bit of battering here, but it means that we save some of our troops. It might not be so easy to retrain them. That works for me. We don't have a castle here yet, of course, so making sure we don't lose some of the better troops is a good plan going forward. There's no one there. There's just the general's bodyguard himself. I have to figure out how I'm going to deal with him. It might be a case of using my 2 generals. Don't have any spearmen, which is another issue with Denmark. We're kind of lacking in that. Generals coming in. Oh no, these lads might be in trouble. Maybe get up on the walls. Get up on the walls now. Right, let's get the semi-axe. Let's get the semi-axeman. Try and catch whoever you can. The axemen can all start wandering over towards the gate. That would suit me very well. Get our archers and crossbowmen in behind, as well as our cav. Let's get them into the fray. Tried a bit of baiting with the archers. Seems like it's going to do the job. And get these 2 shooting in now. As much as you can, lads. Start shooting in at them. They want to come into our Huskars. They are welcome. Archers, maybe just get yourselves all the way back. It's probably a good idea. Let's just swing a bit further down that hill, make sure we are in a slightly better position. And if he's just going to stand there, we can shoot him down. That's fine by me. We've got our generals to come and support when we need them. So, over here, good old Pole, top of the hill. Yeah, he decides he wants to do it now, does he? Nope. Still just wandering around. Good shots here from the Norse archers. And the crossbowmen obviously up there. Archers, the peasant archers, the decoy really, just to pull them in. These ones are the ones going to do the big damage. So we are in Danzig, which should be a significant town on this game. Can't quite, yeah, it doesn't quite look the piece yet. That's a nice colour top of that building, so that's good. I like this street as well. This is a nice street. So it's not all terrible, but it could be better. We'll just keep shooting them down, really. We might send in the general to finish them off, but if they want the coward's death, they can get the coward's death. Right, hold fire, hold fire. It's just the general. Said hold fire, Steve. Stop. Right, time to send in 1 unit of axemen to finish the job, I think. Where's my axemen? I brought some of you along. Come on, kept talking about them all episode, so we'll send them in. They can do it themselves. Come on, lads, charge in. He's a bit blooded already. Axe him down. Come on. One of you. Come on, that's Jeff and Steve have gone now. God, this general was a brutal chap, apparently. There we are. These guys are brilliant, aren't they? Look at how many of them are dead already.
winning the battle.
They are winning the battle, but this general,
all
right, this general is apparently he's a brutal sir. Send in the priests! Send in the priests. They'll have to finish this off because he's already killed 9 of our men, even though he's already hurt. God knows how. Where are the priests? Come on. They're on their way. Hold, men. Oh, where are the priests? Ah, there we go. They just need the priests nearby. Well, there we are. We've got brilliant infantry. Like I said, it only took 16 of them dying to eventually kill that one. Let's try and redeem yourself. Take out some useless town militia who are facing the wrong way. See if you can do that a little bit better. Proper running charge into these chaps. Smashy. And I think they pretty much all went down apart from 2 instantly. Which isn't too bad. Hopefully we won't lose him on this time. That'd be a bit embarrassing, wouldn't it?
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Smash the enemy. And I think we'll just ignore this bloke over here. We'll just get on with the rest of them. Yeah, that seems to work. 1 or 2 of them are still picking him up. Come on, you've lost 1. Not acceptable. Well, we'll just let this play out, shall we?
Our men no longer command the city.
No. We'll send in the Norse War Clerics as well. We'll give you that inspiration one more time. There we go. Here come the priests. One more time. Send in the priests. That one hellbred over there. Chop him down. Oh no! Don't kill my priests. Just kill him. There we go. There you see, they didn't take any losses. Virtue and valor, just not the semi-axemen apparently. You aren't as good as they're supposed to be, darn it. Well, there we are, a victory for us today. Danzig has fallen to us. And with that, one more of the Hanseatic settlements has fallen under our grasp. We'll see what else we can nab. We mind a war with the Teutons, so we'll see how that comes. Yeah, definitely ready for an upgrade. We'll get that. A priest and a merchant. I'm not sure what the religious situation is over here. Quite pagan, because we're near the Lithuanians. Of course, are my allies, but not my friends in some ways, we could say. So, Prince Christopher has routed the enemy army. It's good. Vladimir of Hadsund. Yes, we brought a proper army along because obviously we are intending on doing a little bit more than just taking one town. There is Thorn to the south. I don't really want to go that far. Marienburg would probably be ideal because it's their citadel. Ah, gosh, we got the Rittenbruder. Should probably get straight in, but while I can and take that, might be a good idea. Spy, just have a little peruse for us. And we know a little bit more what's going on up here, and they are struggling in that area. So yes, it looks like this kind of sort of southwestern, well, modern day Lithuania. Looks like it's fairly weak actually. We might be able to do something down here. So next time we'll head into Marienburg and Königsberg as well. Hopefully that might be pushing it because Palanga is probably a good place to swing to as well, because then at least we've got 2 towns, 2 castles, a fortress and a citadel. Citadel will be a big one for us. I think getting this will mean that we are able to hold off any particular assaults. We'll be able to get our troops out and we won't have to be shipping them across from Hasselholm, because we are short on castles. We've only got Akershus and Hasselholm. We need Marienburg to boost and bolster our armies. Now hopefully the Imperials won't get annoyed at the border here, but you never know. You never know with them. So I think in general we should be fine with them in the short term. But for now, I will leave you with this victory under our belt. I'm Thomas and this has been our Kalmar Union campaign. Thank you and goodbye. Twice baked Italian is on the menu today. Infantry, come kill the Mongol scum. This is just perfect. Look at it. Look at their infantry line. It's been annihilated by their own elephants. Death comes to flying Mongols.